For the first time, a public offer is looking juicy, and that is the public offer of EllahLakes, because EllahLakes has decided to raise some capital and simply to do some acquisition, which was what they are actually requesting the fund for. So he said the fund strategic acquisition to accelerate, that is to fund strategic acquisition to accelerate growth, and that is the main focus of this fund. They are not raising funds to actually do some funny things. And if you look at the chart here, we are seeing a gradual upward trend for the stocks, which make the public offer a mouth-watering offer. That is 12.50. That is the public offer, and the current price is actually 13.85. That is, let's just say you have a 1 naira 35 kobo. That is, if you have 1 million shares, you are getting the public offer. You've already made your extra. You've already made 1 million naira if you have 1 million shares. That's 1.350 to be precise. So that is what we are going to be looking at today in today's discussion. Is EllahLakes public offer a good buy, or is it a walk away? And that is what we'll be looking at. So guys, in case you're still watching, my name is Investor Joe, and you are welcome to the Financial Edge. And we will be looking at the EllahLakes to see if the public offer is actually a good one for investor. So for those of you who don't know, EllahLakes has been in the uptrend right from when they actually had, first time they had SEC, them paying a courtesy visit to their, should I call it, their plant in an Edo state to be precise. And that actually moved up the price, and the price got to this area here, which is like 530 before it pulls back. And that pulls back was also a buy opportunity. And those of us in my private community, you understand clearly that I started shouting about EllahLakes when it was around this part. Though I started around here, then when we got this part, I said, I'm very, very sure it's going to pull back, and which it actually respected my voice and pull back to this area. Then I started laying emphasis on having this stock in this particular region. I shouted, I preached about it, did my analysis, did my comparison, and did a whole lot of it, guys. A whole lot of it. And guess what? This was all around here. You can see, this was all around there. Then it got to this part, which was actually, let's just say June, and that is when everything just changed. Everything just changed like night and day, guys. It is actually amazing, because we actually thought it's going to continue, it's going to continue on this ranging market. But you see, like I always say, in case you bought my Stock Fortunado course, you will see where when I was teaching the technical analysis, I told you guys that the longer the ranging period, the stronger the breakout, either up or down. Look at it here, the longer. So you can see, in fact, if you want to ignore this part, you see that we'll start around this area, which was like November. You can see, okay, if we mark all this area, you see, all this area I would say is ranging. And look at the breakout. The breakout was so massive. It moved straight to this point. It moved to this point before we got a pullback around here. Then we actually have a final push to 1942. So with that, if you look at this, don't forget around this area, it was 293 naira, and I actually said this thing will make a wife changing money. And in case you're a woman watching me, it will make a husband changing money. And in case you're single, it will make a boyfriend changing money, or a girlfriend changing money. You understand what I mean? And this can even, then I told a lot of people that will invest, I said, this can even give you a ticket to quit your 9 to 5, because you complain so much about your 9 to 5, and you're the one that wrote the application that I beg to apply. And when they ask you, can you work under pressure, you said yes, that you can work under pressure. Now you are saying little pressure. And you say 9 to 5 is stressful. Don't worry. Just stick to my channel and ensure you're doing what I said. Very soon it will be an option. And that is when job becomes interesting, when it is an option, because what you're getting in the market is maybe times 5, times 10, or times 2 of what you are getting from your 9 to 5. But you just need to know that you are contributing to the progress of something, and that is why you're joining your company. And you work passionately when you know you don't work for salary. Yes, you give your best when you don't work for salary, but when your salary determines your input, you will not put your best, because your best will not be determined by paper with some people's faces there. So you look at the movement. If we want to measure this movement around this area, yeah, it moves to these points. You see, that's like 339%. And if we take it to all time around this area, yeah, that is 500%. That is times 5 of your money. If you put 1 million, that's 5 million. 10 million, that's 50 million. 100 million, that's 500 million. Can you beat that? Can you beat that? And anytime I talked about the movement of EllahLakes, a lot of people do ask me, so what do you think? What do you think? For me, I don't think you should now come and be looking for EllahLakes. And to me, I just feel, because, for example, if you are getting EllahLakes around now, and the 5S will be around maybe 65 naira, and 10x will be around, let's say, 138 naira. You get the point. So the truth is, there is, just as we discover EllahLakes around this area, yeah, in my private community, that is the SSS community, we've discovered another same stocks that is within that range, within this range, yeah. When I say within there, I don't mean it's 3 naira exact. At least it's above 3 naira. You understand? It's above 3 naira. So we've gotten around that range, and this has a potential to deliver 10x. 10x. Like I tell my people, if you put good unit in these, let's watch from January 2026 till December. Yes, and I will even appreciate if they do a video and said, now I'm buying this stock, this is January 2026, I have this unit amount of this stock, and this, they keep the video. Then 2026 December, they do another video that currently this is the amount. Two things will happen. It's either we hit our target or we hit 50%. You understand? Then if it happens the other way, still do the same video too. Yes, do the same video. So that is what I am sharing here. And congratulations to those who actually spotted this stock that I'm talking about. And I want you to take action, because there are a few people who, after I lay emphasis on this stock, I mentioned, they didn't buy. Yes, I personally too. I did not buy. But guess what? After the price move from 3, it moves to, I think, yes, it moved to 530. Then it pulls back to 5. I think the network is acting up now. It moved to 5. Yes, it's back. So it moved to 5. You can see it moved to 5. And guess what? I bought around 4 naira. I said, I will not become a storyteller, or that I told people that this will lead to success. Because I was monitoring it, say, let me quickly make some money, before I come and pull. But when I saw the movement, I said, But I noticed, because of based on chart, that when it got to this 555 and 530, we actually had some resistance around that area. So I was expecting same thing to happen. And guess what? Price has memory. When it got to this part, the same thing happened. And it's now 50-50. It's either we return back to the 3 naira and start to range, or we break out. So immediately it got to this part, 4 naira. In fact, it was on full offer that day, before everything now changes to full bid. So I quickly took position. I bought a lot, and it got to that 5 again. I sold something else. I bought a lot again. You get the point? Then we moved to this part. Then I exited around this area here. Then when it got to this part again, what do? I load again, because I said, since I did not enter around 3 to actually get the full progress of the stock, I said I'm going to trade it. So I said I'm going to trade it. And we actually did some analysis with my community members, though we use Dangote Sugar to do the analysis. And we realized that the in and out will actually give you more money than somebody that is holding. Though the holding depending on the entry, you understand? But the in and out, we did that simple analysis. So I sold around this area here, then come to this place I bought, then I sold again around this area. You understand? Sold around this area. So it's a nice game. And if we are looking at the public offer is to raise 235 billion by issuing 18.8 billion ordinary shares at 12 naira, and this will increase the shares of the company, which is currently, I think, 3.8 billion. So if you add 18 to read, that's 18, 19, 20, 21. So that's like 22 billion. And if you look at what happened on Friday, we actually had the highest volume so far, which is 82 billion, which is the highest so far. So because of that, we need to pay attention to some of these informations, because the offer was open on the 10th of November and is going to close on the 5th of December. So that is going to close this week that we are entering on Friday. So you need to pay attention and see how you can actually lock in your shares before the closing price. So this is the price per share, 12.50, and by Monday, which is tomorrow, we might be seeing the share hitting 15 naira. So if you hit 15 naira, of course, you should know that by Tuesday, it's going to continue. So you need to key in into this so that instantly before you even go in, if the price continue, you might be getting like a 40-30% at your entry. You get the point. And the lead issuing house is Rand Merchant Bank, which is ROMB. And the purpose of the offer is to expand its agro-industrial operation, including palm oil cultivation and processing. And the strategic acquisition is to fund strategic acquisition to accelerate growth. And the sustainability is to support ongoing sustainability and growth initiative across Nigeria. And market positioning is to move from foundation building to full-scale market expansion. Then how to participate and fill the form. You can download the form, and if you want it, you can ask in my WhatsApp group, and I will send the link to download the form so that you can get it filled. Send to me and send your cash, send your receipts, and I'll help you to book this offer. So most people say NGS offer. There is challenge with NGS offer. In fact, some other time I will do NGS offer. I have shares there now. I bought, I think, Zenith's public offer. Yes, is it Zenith or something like that? I bought it there. In fact, now it's still there. It's still there. You understand? So you don't want to do such. Though I did that one when I was doing video in my old channel, when I was showing people how to get their public offer via that route. But now that I know better, I think getting it through a broker is easy and simple, and everything will be dematerialized. Because now, even when you buy from that place, you still go and look for a broker. You still go and do all the same work. You understand that your broker is supposed to undo for you. But any which way, you might like to work, and I will not stop you from doing work if you want to work. So it's just left for you to do. So we look at this, the all-time high so far, 1942. The question is, are we returning back to all-time high? Or to me, I see EllahLakes doing another new all-time high before we see any pullback. Yes, I see it doing all-time high, but you just have to pay attention and know what you're doing. And technical analysis is saying strong buy. So this video is just to let you know that the public offer is actually juicy. It's good, it's juicy, so to speak, and it is good to go in, because as you're buying, you're also getting some return. And they just released their earnings, which shows that they actually made small money though. Their revenue was actually 5 million, guys. And they actually reduced from 13 to 8, which is also cool. So this is also cool. And if you look at their operating profit and all that, of course, it's not that. So I just thought of showing you so that you will not see Investor Joe. Didn't you look at their? Of course, we looked at it. So, but the acquisition with this thing that they are doing, who knows? Maybe it's going to. But the thing you need to know is, so far, this chart that I've shown you guys is the movement that we've seen here is purely based on sentiment. You understand? It's purely based on sentiment. So anything you are doing here is sentiment and believing in the long-term plan of this company. So that is what you need to pay attention to. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post enriching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep protecting your profits. I love you, my friends, and there is nothing you can do about it. Hands to head salute. See you in the next one.